You know, I believe that true focus lies somewhere between rage and serenity.
Hello, 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 and welcome back to yet another video from your favorite man-child, superjesusjackson. Every time I say Jesus Jackson, I always hold back because I want to say it like I just said it, and whatever. You know what's fucking weird? For the life of me, I thought I did talk about X-Men First Class Magneto's satellite. That probably didn't make any sense to you, but if you know the movie, if you know the scene that we're about to dive deep into now, you know what I'm talking about. But I fucking swear I did it. Well, I don't know. I think it's a scene that I definitely have talked about in a video before, and I thought I did a whole video on it. I don't know what the hell's wrong with me. I don't know why I haven't done a video on it. I don't know what the hell. Now I'm doing it. But thank you so much for tuning back into my channel. It means a lot, and oh my god, we're closing in on 550 subscribers. We're getting there. We're getting there. Just 5 more. 5 more. Maybe this video will give me those 5 more for those of you X-Men fans. And, you know, if you're a longtime viewer of my channel, you know I don't really cover a lot of Marvel stuff. It's not really my bias. But I will say this. There is an exception with the X-Men films. Hell, even the first one and the second one, more really the second one. The third one was interesting too. Last Stand. No, that was part of my childhood, I'm not gonna lie. And then First Class, I loved First Class. Days of Future Past, which is considered to be one of the greatest fucking movies ever. I didn't actually watch it. For some reason, the third one, once it became a little bit more mainstream to love X-Men, I was like, I'm not gonna watch that one. You know, like, and then Apocalypse, X-Men Apocalypse, yeah. I fucking love that movie. I love that movie, even though some people fucking hated it. I loved it. And then Dark Phoenix, I didn't bother with that one. People definitely said some shit about that one. Although, I definitely feel like I need to because I'm a hipster. So usually when people don't like something, it's because it's made for me. You know what I mean? But anyways, yeah, we're gonna react to one of my favorite scenes and analyze one of my favorite scenes from X-Men First Class. First Class, like I said, I loved it. I thought it was just brilliant. It was a perfect tone, you know, like the previous X-Men movies perhaps were a little bit more outrageous, a little bit more comic booky, a little bit more pa-pow, and, you know, they're earlier comic book films, so it makes sense. But once First Class came around, they were really trying to ground the X-Men series, you know? They were really making it what it was supposed to be, right? You know, like it was a grounded story, and the themes that it had very much related to the themes of the world that we have today. And don't get me wrong, the original X-Men movies did do that as well, but this one just had a much more consistent, a more serious tone that just allowed the characters in the story that it was expressing to be taken just more seriously and more artistically, I believe, with more artistic, I don't want to say artistic merit, just you know, a different way of going about the X-Men lore and narrative and all, you know, all the above. You know, sometimes I'm just amazed at how awesome it was. A movie that's fucking called X-Men. Like, that's so fucking corny, you know what I mean? But, hey, so is Superman. But I don't know, the Superman kind of makes sense. Anyways, whatever. Yes, this scene right here is my favorite scene from First Class. It is, I'm not going to explain it. If you've seen the movie, you love it, I'm sure you do. But Magneto and Charles Xavier, the best fucking characters in the X-Men franchise, really. Yes, better than Wolverine. They're far more interesting than Wolverine. It's that whole brotherly thing, you know what I mean? Like Cain and Abel, you know, type of thing, you know? Like, it's very fucking primal, you know? Like, this bond, you know? And the reason why we love, you know, brotherly bonds like this, but... And just the fact that these people are, you know, obviously are of two coins, you know? No pun intended with Magneto, with the use of the coin there. But it's true, you know, Charles Xavier's on one side, the peaceful protest, and, you know, if you would say, and Magneto is the violent protester, the one who's like, no, fuck that, you know what I mean? I'm not going to take it, you know what I mean? I'm going to show them what they've done to me, how much harm they've done to me, you know, and the fact that he has, you know, the Holocaust kind of ingrained into his lore, into his history, it just makes it so much more enticing, much more relatable character, much more impactful. I just love them both. Michael Fassbender and James McAvoy, amazing actors. Like, the fact that they chose roles to play like these, that's how you know that the story's good, you know? And, oh, God, I just love the scene so much, it brings me fucking chills. I can't believe that this movie fucking elicits this feeling for me. And actually, now that I think about it, there's another scene in the movie that I love. I'll probably just tell you about it afterwards. We're not going to go through it, but it is sort of the B side of this scene, and I'll explain later. But here we go. The best scene from X-Men First Class. Here we go.
Try turning it to face us. You know, I believe that true focus lies somewhere between rage and serenity. Would you mind if I... What did you just do to me? I accessed the brightest corner of your memory system. It's a very beautiful memory, Eric. Thank you. I didn't know I still had that. There's so much more to you than you know. Not just pain and anger. It's good, too. I felt it. And when you can access all that, you'll possess a power no one can match. Not even me. So come on, try again.
Hey!
Well done.
The president's about to make his address.
All right, and that's where we will stop it. Oh my God. For some fucking reason, I feel like I've done this scene already. Whatever it is, I don't care. I'm gonna do it again. I will find it, and I will kill it. That didn't make any sense. Anyways, God, there's so many things I love about this scene. Okay, first and foremost, the audio, the way the film is, the production elements of it, just the quietness of it, the voice of James McAvoy. I don't know if it's his voice or something, or the way that the mix of his voice is with just the ambience of the movie. It just fucking sounds so good. Like, for some reason, I noticed it, and I was just like, well, this is fucking great. If only every fucking movie sounded like this shit. You know, it's fucking amazing.
I believe that true focus lies somewhere between rage and serenity. Would you mind if I...
And then we get to the actual acting of the two characters. The fact that these two characters are able to elicit the emotions that they are eliciting, okay, with none of this shit being real, you know what I mean? Like, and you could fucking see it in their faces. They're actively engaged in what they are talking about and who their characters are. This is amazing. And, sometimes I look at what people say, oh, fuck, like, why do these people get paid millions of dollars? This is fucking why, because they do it so fucking good. And don't get me wrong, there's plenty of other people who can also do this job, but that's a whole other argument. But these people are fantastic at what they do. And to go back to the production, I just love the, when Magneto tries to do it and there's the sound is just fucking hilarious. And, it's funny a little bit, because when you think about it, like if you take that sound off and if you take all this fucking power shit off, it's just him going like, like constipated as shit. It's fucking great. But it's fucking amazing. And I just love how I love living in this weird limbo, where like, I know it's bullshit, but at the same time, the way it's done, the effects, the production, the dialogue, the themes, it makes me take it seriously, and I believe it wholeheartedly, and it moves me. It moves me. Oh my fucking God. And I just love also how it's a fucking satellite. It's just a fucking big ass satellite, and it doesn't, and it completely embodies just strength and it doesn't even, it could have been anything, but because it was through Eric's character, Magneto's character, and James's dialogue, Professor X's dialogue, that is, and their interaction and what they were talking about and what this means, okay, in terms of its themes, like that fucking gigantic satellite moved us, like I said, it could have fucking been anything. It could have been, like any piece of metal. But the fact that it was as big as it was, and fuck, I mean, I don't know if they did this on purpose. Now that I think about it, a satellite, is made to transmit signal. You know what I mean? And in a way, what Professor X was doing with Magneto is he was transmitting his signal to him, trying to talk to him through his memory, through his buried memory of him and his mother celebrating their Jewish holiday. And it was a beautiful memory, and he didn't even know he had that, and in many ways, that's what a satellite does, it transmits, a signal, and sometimes you don't even know it's fucking coming through, and it comes through, but it's really more than that, too. It's the fact that Magneto is able to have a connection between his rage and serenity. He is the satellite between the 2 points, and in many ways, I don't know. That's I don't know if that was fucking intentional, but now that I think about it, this is the first time I'm thinking about it. It's fucking genius. Now it makes sense why it was a fucking satellite. I also love the use of focus and out of focus, just very simple. We're not doing fancy shots here. We're just using the same shot and exchanging the focus, in different points, and it's fucking great. And then obviously we get to the meat of this scene here with rage and serenity. This is amazing. This scene alone has formulated so much of, it's at least either reinforced or inspired partly, to a degree, the way that I think as a person. I do wholeheartedly believe that life itself is yin and yang, chaos and peace, or war and peace, in a sense, that there is a dark and a light, and it's not about one or the other. It's about melding the two and using the best of both worlds to create a better world.
You'll possess a power no one can match. Not even me.
That's what it's about. And that's the dance. That's the beauty of life. It's contradiction. That's what life is all about. It's pain, it's suffering, and it's beauty, and it's happiness and joy. And all together, it makes life. If you miss one, if you don't have one, you don't have life. It's too boring, or you don't get fucking character development, or you don't become stronger. It's all about the journey here. You know what I mean? And that's the tether, that's the fucking satellite between what it is you're trying to go to and the receiving end, you know what I mean? Like, and you're the satellite right in the fucking middle. It's the point between rage and serenity, and you're right there. You are the satellite between the two, and that's what life is all about. And that's when you get to unleash your full potential, when you embrace both sides in a way. And this goes for everything, okay? Every fucking thing that you think has two sides, yes and no. sun and the moon. You know, everyone has a sun in them. Everyone has a moon in them. Yes, you might be a little bit more sun, a little bit more moon, but that's the struggle, is trying to have a little bit of both, having it together, you know, and that's when you kill your ego, because you're like, I'm more biased towards the sun. But you got to have some moon as well. And as you go through your life, you realize the moon is important. And you start fucking giving in a little bit. And it's difficult, you know, but that's the suffering. That's the pain, you know, that's the tough part. But when you do it, it feels so gratifying, and it feels like you've conquered something in the same way that Magneto has here. It's fucking great. And obviously Magneto has so much rage in him, but there is serenity in him. There's good in him, which is why we relate to him. You know, if he didn't have that, we would fucking think he's a dick. He would be a dick. Obviously we know what route he takes later, but this is just fascinating, amazing, and the music only makes it that much better. Oh my fucking God. This scene is absolutely amazing. And again, just the acting is incredible. The fact that, you know, the effects that were going on while these two guys were crying, you know, like, and really feeling it is insane, dude. And fucking Magneto moving that shit while he's fucking teary-eyed. Are you kidding me? That's incredible. He had to really fucking put something in his mind that was related to rage and serenity and power and will and happiness and anger, you know, all together. And I'm willing to bet that's what he did, you know, to create this scene the way he did it. It's absolutely incredible, and to think that he wasn't fucking moving anything. He had it all here, you know, and it came out to us through the screen, and we're like, you're really fucking moving that satellite. It's absolutely incredible. God, I still think this movie is very underrated, and this scene as well, but that's it for me. That was Magneto Moves Satellite, the scene from X-Men First Class. Let me know if you enjoyed my analyzation, my reactionization. Let me know in the comment section below if you have seen this movie, if you have seen this scene. Do you agree with my opinion? Or you don't? Let me know in the comment section below. Share with your X-Men loving friends, if you will. And if you haven't watched this movie, what the hell are you doing? Go watch it. It's fucking amazing. As a Snyder fan, as a Zack Snyder fan, I'm telling you that this movie's great. But please give this video a like if you enjoyed it, dislike it if you didn't, and subscribe if you enjoyed as well. But that's it for me. You guys take care, stay safe, and until next time, I love you. Wingardium Leviosa. I don't know what the hell that was. I think my girlfriend might know, though. All right, bye, guys. Oh, good Lord.